anything so far. We had a few weeks also in groups. Also, really nice thing. And you see Aura starting with boots, and you see Shaq dashing, and not forgetting they have them. And those boots will allow us to do a lot of fun glitches. There's a glitch to get to that item on the Highly Island. If we really needed that, but we don't.
Yeah, the glitches without the boots are a bit less fun. And I think
yeah, they have their own charm, but that's more the charm of I done this for 4 hours now. Can I please stop? And Benteezy with the boots, taking them straight to the Sarge Runner, finding a shield, which is nice to have at best. And we also get ourselves the Lumberjack Shacks, which is interesting. A quick look on them shows nothing there.
Crystal on Hare and red crystal on Desert. Didn't see what was on Eastern.
Yeah. Eastern was normal crystal, so that's nice. And we did get Ben to also check Sashra, which partly was good for the green pendant.
Half magic, not necessary, but still very nice for lots of things.
Yeah, it's not the most useful for glitches, but it's always nice to have that plus a fire rod and then just burn down everything.
Yeah, fire rod strats can be pretty fun at some parts.
Yeah, it's also if you would ever want to do Aghanim, the fastest way to go through the tower, just use fire rod on everything that's taking more than 2 hits.
Looks like Chex is going straight for Death Mountain, doing a little teleport up there off that ledge to put him past the transition, so he can just walk over to the right.
Yeah, and you did saw him correct his camera, which is needed, otherwise you would be able to transition into the cave, but we would sit here for 2 minutes waiting on him to finish. The game doesn't really work well if your camera is below the entrance. If it would be above the entrance, it seems to work usually fine.
And getting through that cave nicely with just the boots to help him find his way.
Yeah, and the old man doesn't have an item, but the 7 squid point that he has is extremely valuable. That 7 squid point allows us to get to a lot of spaces, and Chexhuman afterwards takes a quick little teleport down to this cave. Usually you see either a screen wrap. Usually you see either a screen wrap or a spin speed clip. And if you really fancy, there's some method where you actually can do the screen wrap method pretty easily. But the teleport is also a way, but it's kind of a bit precise.
And got to be pretty quick with it. And yeah, after coming down to Graveyard Ledge from Death Mountain like that, the camera is a little bit off from where the game expects it to be, so he gets a free houlihan when he jumps in a hole.
Yeah, and he took that route to get to Link's house, which is fine. Usually, I probably would route this towards Hobo, and maybe so that I can take a 7 quid to inside for Link's house. And you see Shax quickly doing a teleport here to get onto the cave 45 ledge, usually requiring the mirror, but we can of course just get on there. We find the cave, which in Overworld glitches has no logical use, but it's a nice safety to have based on item equipment, but for like Maya.
Yeah, it's good for cheese strats at a few points.
Yeah, and we did also find the radar boomerang. Not the better one, the radar one.
Benteezy buying some bombs while he's there.
Yeah, if you're running out of bombs, being able to buy them is always nice.
Thankfully, rupees haven't been short so far, so nothing to worry about on that front.
Yeah, but talking about stuff that was short so far, progression, we kinda have nothing.
Yeah. Well, there's still plenty of checks and logic up on Death Mountain, and possibly South Shore if they ever get down there.
And of course, we got the entire front of Escape, which people kinda completely forget about every time till hour 1. And yeah, we also still are able to get into desert from here.
And looks like Benteezy's doing, no, just doing a normal teleport. Thought he was going to
Yeah.
try to steal that heart, but I guess not.
He used the select menu to buffer, but at the same time, if you try to buffer a downwards input, that's kind of hard doing it with a select button because it's so easy to accidentally save and quit.
Yeah, you've got to start tolling down before the menu appears, but after you press select.
Or you take the 5 seconds or 5 frames or whatever it takes to close the select menu to start holding down left, which is hard.
A little. Yeah, Benteezy here showing how in Overworld glitches, Desert Palace is basically an extension of the Kakariko route because of how easy it is to clip down to there and how easy it is to clear out the front.
Yeah, you often see a voltage player decide to go in here, even if it's a pendant or if it's a crystal, just because it's so easy to available.
Shopper's getting rich on bombs there.
And looks like Ben is gonna use his boomerang in order to keep the enemy stunned. If you want to keep them stunned, there's also another way. If you use open the chest while the bomb explodes, the enemies can't move, which is nice. And you get the Zomaria.
Yeah, and in the meanwhile, Chex stole that heart container from the race game. Another one down there. And he's gonna save and quit out of Agona. Presumably, he's got nothing else left in the desert area.
Did you do K45?
Yeah, he did. He
Okay.
did that while swinging through.
And we do have a hint about the mushroom in here. We kinda didn't talk about this, but it's an hype cave. So hype cave already not looking too good so far. Maybe at some point.
And it looks like he's going for the South Shore.
Yeah, definitely a good play, especially since it's still early on, and there is not much that you can do to speed up South Shore other than having better items to kill the mini moldoms. But we do have Cane of Mario and Half Magic, so I don't think it will be too much of a problem. And Chex tried to open the chest while the Popos are next to the bomb, but they decided to walk out of the way.
Yeah, going with Samaria from Running Molorm. Just gonna push some blocks into them, and they'll die pretty quickly.
Yeah, 2 hits. That Molong was going straight.
Yeah, I've had them get off their sides to other strips of land there occasionally. It's pretty annoying.
Yeah, I had it once where all but one mini modem were at the top of the screen directly above the hole, so kind of hard to hit them if you only have the Mario at that point.
Yeah, that's pretty annoying. And Benteezy getting the blue mail, some very early safety stuff.
And Shex also decides to go for South Shore, which is a pretty good play, as we said. We're kind of running out of good locations so far, and South Shore is one of those locations that can't be sped up. And yeah,
I mean,
we could.
there's Benteezy arming Waterlock with his boots, dashing along the edge there and out the exit. So
Yeah, while waterworking itself is in logic, doing it with the boot setup method or the bottle ferry method are not in logic. They were not known when that part of the logic was made, so they are not included.
of course, it's still worth doing to chain in some easy checks. And Benteezy passing up the waterfall ferry.
He doesn't have the money, he just wants to check what's on the ledge here.
That's understandable. Chex does have the money though, so we'll see what's on Zora when he goes over there. If he does, which I assume he will.
Yeah, and there are no heart pieces in Water Ferry, so he cannot get 4 heart pieces in there. Getting the 4th heart piece in anywhere kinda gets you out of the waterwork state and throws you back to swimming state, which kinda not really nice. Especially since we do not have the flippers or moonpearl yet to go back out of the cave and back in.
Yeah, pretty not very much progression in the light world so far.
Yeah, we kinda searching for the one thing that unlocks the seed right now, which probably is the moonpearl, might be like the bow, and Shaq's gonna show us not the rock, he's gonna show us a nice little screen wrap,
Oh, nice.
which puts them straight to Eastern. It's not easy maneuver, but it's fairly safe if you know what you're doing.
Oh yeah, just map wrapping, no big deal.
Hey, it's completely free. You just need to not move in the wrong direction, which is completely fine. No,
Yeah.
no one ever got problems with that.
I definitely haven't seen anybody hard lock from wrong inputs in this tournament so far.
Yeah, I think we had overall like 2 hardlocks from map reps itself, but that one itself is pretty safe since you don't have any incentive to go in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would assume Check's gonna check now into Hobo. You don't have. Wow. Okay, cool trick.
So that went on the Discord recently.
And we got our first word. We can now read Molon potentially. And Check's gonna show us what's on this mountain. He might only check the front in Hellrock because he doesn't have a weapon for Moldom.
Oh, that could be important. depending on what's on Mire.
Or if he never finds a fire rod and the fire rod ends up nice, and we may not need it for anything itself, the fire rod, but
There's a unique item under the shovel, and unfortunately here is fire locked, but that's a good hint.
To be honest, that's kind of good for Chex. He doesn't have to do the decision if he wants to go in here without a threat or not, because he's completely locked out. And we still do have the entirety of the right side.
And apparently the single arrow is on one of the tablets. No, don't know which though.
Yeah, overall I think we have only Eastern and Zora, as well as the right side of this mountain left. And Check's gonna show us the rest of this mountain here. Probably do afterwards that one descent to Zora.
And there's silvers on his floating island, so he's gonna go for that.
Yeah, it's relatively easy to get them if you know glitches. We just literally jump into the land, which kinda has some water around it. I thought it were clouds.
Yeah, I think the reason the clouds are water is to share the animation of code of the water.
Yeah, they are pretty much using the same sprite, or the same type for them, just with a different color palette.
Yep.
And here we are at Spiral Cave. What's gonna be in here? Just a heart piece. But we still have 7 more items in here. Just over at Paradox Cave.
Yep, and it's looking increasingly like that might be a good spot. Yeah, unless it's all trash and Zora has the only progression item in the light world.
You know what I'm just now thinking about?
Yeah.
The seed might actually be an Aghanim seed. And Aghanim seed. But we have still 6 more items before we are locked out, I think. Or do we have anything else? And when? Why?
Yeah, it looks like we're running out of items.
3 more items. 2.
Yep.
And Zora.
Yep,
Zora is the last thing before we are at Aghanim.
Yeah.
We might have an Aghanim seed. Well, okay, we still need the lamp for Aghanim.
Oh yeah.
That's the last thing that keeps us away, and lamp would also unlock Hera, I guess. So yeah, we are close, but you pretty much know that something needs to be on Zora right now.
I want to see an Aga seed so that I can see if maybe one of the runners will try like a bunny DMD or something to avoid that.
It's kind of hard to bunny DMD in a way where you get to the castle.
Benteezy trying the old splash and hop strat.
Yeah. If you have the lineup, the same lineup works out also with the dash, so it's pretty easy to do that one. I recently had to do this setup once because no boot, but it's horrible.
Yeah, there's one way to do it with flippers and one way to do it without flippers, and they both kind of suck.
Yeah, especially since it's different based on if you're coming from the left or right.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That.
Oh yeah, we
That's
have
right.
these two palace. Yeah, right. Okay. No Aghanim yet.
Yeah. Ega hype has gone down somewhat.
We still could have our mirror on pyramid into pearl and in pyramid fairy, and then have all the bullets somewhere in Maya or something.
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, so at this point they're just doing stuff we've seen already, just on different sides.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see if one of them decides to go for Aghanim before he's done. Probably not, but we kind of forgot ourselves that Eastern exists, so maybe the runners do it as well.
Hopefully they're better than I am.
Also, we could have seen one of the runners decide to go for the dark rooms in Agatawa, in um, castle, and maybe that avoids Aghanim altogether.
And it looks like Chex is going for Zor. Oh no.
Chex is having waterwork.
Oh yeah.
He wants to check out the Zora area right now.
Yeah. I forgot that you could just arm it off the edge there. That's not something you see off. Oh, he's doing the arming waterwalk and then fake flippering to keep it.
Yeah, he did it the NMG way, and it's kind of useful if you come from this side, because it's kind of otherwise out of the way to get the waterwalk activated.
No, he did it. He used the fake flippers on the waterwalk and kept waterwalk armed so he could get to that ledge to activate it.
Yeah, if you don't do that, you have to do the screen transition and walk around and then jump from the top there. So I guess that would be probably faster with the waterwalk and fake flipper setup for the moment.
And it looks like our progression is in Eastern.
Yeah, some progression it must be Eastern.
Tech's getting that good old life lesson.
So Shed, what do you think is the progression that is in Eastern? It cannot be Mushroom because that's already confirmed to be in Hype Cave.
Check's doing a nice quick Eastern clip there.
Yeah.
Screen up to get to the top of the screen.
Yeah. Since we have boots, that should save around 8 seconds based on how good you do it. Yeah, it's not overly significant, even especially for Overworld glitches. In vanilla speedrunning, you do it because you can, and even there, not everyone goes for it, and it saves not enough to be always worth it. And yes, Shed points out we are getting closer. We only have 2 more chests left, the compass chest and the big chest.
Yep.
The chest, the vanilla big key chest is behind the dark room and therefore not in logic. Dark rooms are not in logic for even glitch modes. There is no difference there. And
Yep. Come on, big chest.
yeah, last item, or we forgot something. Nice thing for Vera.
Come on, Lantern. Oh, it's the pearl.
Pool. Aww.
Yeah.
What? I get that.
Yeah, that just breaks this wide open because they have clips at their disposal to get up Death Mountain, of course, without the gloves, and then they have clips to get down from the Dark World. So that's a very valuable save and quit location.
Yeah, and since we have the kind of tomorrow, we can already go into Turtle Rock and clear out a big chunk of that if we want.
And of course, Thieves Town always has very low entrance requirements. But there's that the one hammerlock chest to haunt you forever.
And there's the last item for Eastern Palace, so only come back for the boss. Nothing else. And looks like Ben is on his way to Hera, gonna enter Hera. Or oh, he's going for Ganon's Tower. Oh,
Yeah.
there's nothing other than going to Ganon's Tower that he can do here right now.
Yeah. There's you can reach 4 checks, so it's not too bad.
Ben. Oh, he's going for Swamp.
Yeah, Swamp Palace
Oh.
Super Drop.
Yeah, I was hoping for GT, especially since GT earlier this week already literally decided a race. So
Yeah, just literally all the go mode items in GT, no big deal.
everything that you could still need in GT, including all the items to do GT.
Yeah, that was a hell of a seed. And
Yeah.
Chex is taking the more standard DMD that gets him just above the Dark Chapel.
And kind of have to disagree with Ben not skipping out on the hint. If you go in Swamp already from the Super Drop, go for the hint. But Ben's gonna get his mushroom, and we get ourselves a map check. Not Hera, Turtle Rock and Palace of Darkness are the pendants. 5 and 6 was at Ice.
Yep.
And we do have the hammer, the fire rod.
Nice.
Acceptable hype cave.
Yeah, pretty hype. And Chuck's going for the pendant Skullwoods dip. Pretty good idea while he's in the area. Especially with Samaria to make that room a little more bearable.
Yeah, the only sad thing about this is that Chex doesn't have the fire rod now.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully he won't need it.
Yeah, would have been a bit nicer since you can already grab the green pendant here, but at the same time it's just a pendant, so you may not need to do it. And we're gonna see the Maya medallion in just a moment on Ben's side. Also, please, if you are if you have some epilepsy problems, look away from Ben's screen. It's the game doesn't like this.
Yeah, it's trying to display. Oh, that's Ether on Maya. Yeah, it's trying to display the rain, but you didn't transition in right, so it doesn't have the proper graphics loaded for that. So you just get a bunch of junk.
Yeah. The game usually doesn't have that stuff loaded, so it just is weird. Another thing that's weird is if you transition from Maya now to Pyramid, that can also do weird things.
Yeah, if you do a DMD and then go straight and clip into Maya, you can get that the fire lava underlay from Dark Death Mountain in the Maya screen, which is fun.
Yeah. Another interesting color palette for Maya is Light Red palette, which you can get by a fake flute, which just looks weird, but also cool.
No, just 3 bombs for Benteezy from the digging game.
And looks like we're down to Thieves Town. And one thing to note about this, Ben has the hammer already.
Yeah,
Oh, we
so
have also the purple hut here.
if there's something important in that chest.
Yeah. I assume that Shaq's gonna check the overworld first, but he might go in. Yeah, okay, he's checking the overworld first. It's a good decision, especially considering her stats being right now not the best, with just 3 left. And she might find the thing outside, hammer at least. Other than Seastone, we still have Path of Darkness, which we don't have the boss, so not the best step.
Yeah, it depends on what the first chest is, whether or not you can get any deeper.
Well, logically, we do have clips to do to get out of there. And other than those two, we still have some stuff on this mountain, especially Darkness Mountain and GT, as well as Torture Rock.
Yeah, have we actually seen any mimic clipping yet in the tournament?
Yeah, we did. Usually not to skip bow, but to just complete the tower in one go. Which, by the way, is slower because you don't save enough time not having to go back to the tower by doing the mimic step.
Yeah, nothing really good up front in Thieves Town for Benteezy. Looks like Chex is going for the full overworld check loop.
Yeah, and the grass that Chex cuts there, he was hoping to get the ferry. That grass has a 1 in 8 chance to drop a ferry.
Oh, going for the spin speed clip here. Nice. Yeah, that's a really minor clip, but I really like it, so I appreciate when I see people do that in run.
Yeah, it doesn't save too much time, but it saves time, which is always good. The Moon Pearl was in Eastern Palace Big Chest. It kind of went from Light World 1 into Light World 3 into Light World 1.
Yeah, they actually last locationed the Moon Pearl, so that was fun.
Sleepy, you can also just clip through the ledge there. You don't need to spin speed them. Just spin speed is faster if you can get the line up.
Checking pyramid.
Yeah, not much. I would think he's going for Catfish maybe now, and from Catfish to Place of Darkness.
Yeah, looks like it.
And yeah, we do have no gloves, but we do have the hammer, so we can use that one. And we still have no gloves, but we do have clips to get around this rock. I think there are clips to get around the first rock, but they are pretty complicated and dumb.
And then there is a clip to get back around that rock, but if he's going for a pod, there's a different clip that puts him right past most of the pod maze, which is very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty much right where you have to get Kiki. And he's not going for Breath of Darkness. Okay, he's going to check out Magic Bat, I guess, with powder. Check why. You have to empty your magic so much from that.
Oh, is he going to finish up Desert Palace? Or no?
Okay. I officially don't know what Chex is doing.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for that bat.
Yeah, just gotta hammer the pack and use all his magic. The bat really cursed him today, having to use double as many fire rod shots to use up all his magic.
Yeah, 16 shots.
And now he's just gonna use the cane, quickly open the menu, and then menu over to the mushroom, which confuses the game and gives Chexhuman 10 sequence broken arrows. I'm sure Zeus will be back in logic at some point.
And yeah, Blind had powder apparently, which is makes this extra funny.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Chexhuman just wants to get that check out of the way and then come go for Chex don't. Oh, wait, you can transition like that? Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
can.
you would get stuck that way, but yeah. If it works, that's fine. Chex.
Yeah, press it the
Maybe.
wrong way.
Yeah. One unfortunate thing about him doing the bad check before Landmolas is Pyro does a lot of damage to Landmolas.
Yeah.
He right now has no shots from Pyro left.
Minor problem.
Yeah.
Let's guess we'll see if he's up for some Hammerland though. That's always disgusting.
Hammerland isn't that horrible. Going for the NMG bow strat is horrible. That's just impossible.
Oh yeah, I've tried that and it did not. Was not very fun.
Yeah, you usually end up missing about 10 or 12 arrows because the Landmo decided to jump in the wrong direction. But looks like Chex will have 2 or 3 fire shots, or even 4.
Oh, nice.
Which he used. It would have been slightly better if he would have been able to keep 2 of them alive, because that last one is gonna shoot out a few more rocks now.
And he's using the bomb strats in this fighter short instead of just hammering. The hammer hitbox. Oh, that was pretty nice. But yeah, the hammer hitboxes are pretty bad for this, so it's don't blame him.
And looks like Ben is going for the green pendant now. We don't know if there's. I don't know if that must be the last item in here. Didn't count the keys for the dungeon yet. So, Fighter's World, modular fight. Usually not so much wanted, but it's a decent fight if you know it, and especially if you have half magic for Fire Rod.
Oh yeah, he's doing very good shots with the fire rod there. 6 already. 7.
Yeah, gets a bit hit by the spikes, but gets through it pretty good.
Oh, and there is the last item. And it's trash, of course.
How can there not be trash everywhere in the street? And of course, we do have the green pendant now, as well as the mushroom that's also kind of in the area. And we do see Shex setting up a bit of his health here. He wants to death swap once he's going out of here.
No, mirror means this is a much faster way out.
Yeah, but at the same time, of course, it may be a too fast way out if you get some bad enemies.
Yeah, but he seems to be handling it just fine. Or he did, rather.
And yep, we're gonna see more stuff in Town now. We already got one item being bombers in here earlier. And there's the second item and the hint.
Oh,
Firelock Randomizer, that's one of the items, and the other is the dungeon item, so nothing needed.
yeah, that's a good hint, letting them know the whole Misery Mire left side is trash. So I'll save some time when they get there.
Yeah. That hint is just always good. If it's nothing or if it's something, either way you get something out of the hint. And we're gonna see some
Oh, very nice.
hammers, and yeah, one of his hammers 3 hits, no problem.
Yeah, that was a really well executed hammer Moldorm. And I wonder when they'll be heading to Garen's Tower, because they could technically clear the entire bottom floor at this point, although most of those would be out of logic.
Chat suggests spike cape, which you cannot do without a glove. It would be in logic once we have the glove too.
And it looks like Chex is finally going for Thieves Town.
Yeah, it will be good for him.
Well, he'll get the he'll get a crystal at least, but I don't think there's anything else great in there other than the powder's okay for safety.
Yeah. He already got his curse worth of having half magic, so he don't need that. Also, nice little damage boost there of the red Zazak.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, saved him like 2 frames. Yeah. And looks like Ben is now heading into GT. We can clear out the entire thing. Logically, not the left side or top of the tower.
Yeah, logically, the only thing you can reach on the left side is the map chest in the room with the 2 fire bars, which logic can expect you to bonk to.
And the Master Sword as well as 1 key. This could be interesting because there need to be 4 small keys before the right side is in logic, and 3 small keys before Amos is in logic. So we may have 3 small keys in the first chest, and then a hook shot in the last one.
Oh yeah, and I didn't notice it before, but there was a hint there in Thieves Town that the last armor is Sovereign Swamp Palace.
Yeah, not really a necessary thing, but fine.
So a good chance we'll see it unless they have go mode swap, in which case we absolutely will not see it.
Yeah, but at the same time, that hint usually, usually a lot of hints that refer to anything in Swarm Palace. If it's a single item, refer to the big chest because that's one of the priority locations. And there's our first laugh. Locked behind Force GT small keys.
It's nice.
That's good to know if you know the key logic that if you don't find any small, well, if you only find one more small key that is not locked by the hookshot, then you know the hookshot can't be behind that glove.
Yeah.
We still could have the other glove somewhere else, but at
And
least Ice Palace and Ice Palace and the Smith are ruled out.
and Benteezy taking that death there to steal the small key from the right side. Normally you'd use the mirror instead, but he doesn't have that.
And then Becky there just confirmed it, so we will not find the hookshot in Ice Palace, not in Ice Palace, not on the Smith. When going for a hover here, there is a way to bonk across here, which is nice, and there he goes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you can use bonks and bomb jumps to reach everything on the left side.
and yeah, we are right now approaching the last item that's in logic without the hookshot.
And just a
And yeah, there will be no hookshot locked behind the Gen's Tower items.
and
Unless
he's,
it's on a pedestal, I guess.
yeah, and he's going ahead to clear out the rest with a bit of bomb jumping. Because even if it's out of logic, there could still be stuff on here that could help him.
Yeah, we could still find the bow inside here. We could technically still find the flippers in here, or mirror, or well, I guess the ether or ice rod. And checks. Okay, good.
2 bottles in there.
Yeah, we of course still have Thicket, right? That's also one of the items that are available.
Yeah. And Chuck's making his way up to GT2.
Gonna find the information. We will see if he. My
3
God.
bottles.
Yeah, we will know if he knows about the hookshot thing. Maybe if the seed comes to that. Yeah, we are now approaching the big chest and ice armors. I would assume Ben will not go for the mimic clip afterwards.
Yeah,
I think he's one of the persons that tried to get it, but just isn't getting it. Which is fine, it's a hard trick, and in 99% of seeds, it's not going to be any benefit to know that trick.
yeah.
If at all, it's going to be a detriment for wasting the 10 seconds for doing the clip instead of just coming back for it.
And no good options for this Ice Armos fight, unfortunately. So he's just slashing away.
Well, he has the best option for him, like in terms of damage, is either pokes, spins, or the kind of Maria, and slashing is literally the worst option he has.
Yeah, the Armos Knight's damage table is really weird.
Yeah. Even boomerang is better than slashes because that's at least a meme. Slashing armors with Master Sword is just a bad idea.
24 Master Sword slashes to kill 1.
Yeah, instead of first pokes or spins.
Pokes and spins somehow do twice as much damage. Spins would make sense with the pokes.
It's pretty much the way damage tests work, and Nintendo apparently wanted to not make you go for spins on the first armor fight, which you only have fighter threat for, so they make level 2 damage class weaker on them than level 1. And afterwards, level 3 and level 4 just usually double damage.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's trash from the Armos, Ice Armos.
Yeah, I think with all the bullets we might see a secret check soon.
Yeah. But there's also pod and total rock dips available.
Yeah. We probably won't see a Path of Darkness dip yet, since it's a crystal and we don't have the bow. But it's one of the locations that is possible to reach.
Yeah, it looks like Benteezy's going for those Dark World East Death Mountain items he hasn't gone so far, and then possibly a Total Rock Dip. And Chex on his side has sword beams for Ice Armos, which is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, sword beams, no matter from which sword, does level 1 sword class damage. And that's, as we just discussed, the same as pokes for Master Sword, doing double the damage from normal slashes. For armors at least.
Yeah, as well as the advantage of range.
And Ben did open Big Chest. He did it before going for ice. And Check's going for left side now. Right side. Use the small key for the door there. He already knows that he will have at least one spare key, and there's one more key at the top, so he won't have too much issue. But Ben now going to show us what's in Hookshot Cave and 10 arrows.
Yep, that's the only one that's in logic.
Yeah, and that's also in logic without the glove, so the glove being hookshot locked doesn't make any difference for that one.
Oh, and the total lock front is openable.
Yeah. Gonna quickly drink some magic there, which I personally say check Super Bunny Cave, there's a full magic chance there.
Yeah, there's a full magic restore under the pot near the items.
But yeah, opening the front is not a bad play, especially since we can just extra fast check out the front like this. A piece of heart is above the post, yeah, we know, thanks game.
A bit late for that. Oh, Chuck's finally getting his much needed glove.
And there's his potion, out of logic. By the way, interesting. All the potions all the bullets that are in GT were out of logic. So he took shot for all of them, logically.
Yeah, so this seed did not want to hand out those bottles.
Yeah. We will see where the hookshot is. Maybe it's like literally. Okay, this is actually not logic yet, but
Oh,
hey, there's
cool.
love and
And
mirror.
Nice.
Okay, there we now got all bullets, and we still need at least another glove, the hookshot, or the lamp to put any one of them into the logic. And there's hookshot.
Oh, nice.
And we are now Ether and Flippers away from the items that we need to know. We do not need the ocarina or the flute at all. Don't worry. That thing is useless.
Oh, there's the middle ready. Wow.
So, that now... Well, okay. That now makes some interesting places for the lamp. We do have one of the gloves in logic now with Ben having found the hookshot fire rod locked in Rock, but we still are out for some stuff.
Yeah, the other glove is lamp locked,
Yeah.
as well as glove locked, logically.
And Shakes showing off a quick little water walk. Ben, why are you stealing the key?
Yeah. This is not insanity.
And Quake, we don't need that. So the mushroom in Hype Cave was useless, so Hype Cave, even with Hammer and Fire Rod, was trash. Guaranteed. Nothing in there. And the bow was in the front of Turtle Rock. Or Superman Cave. At least the area, and Shex is going there right now.
Oh,
And hey, Tempered!
Yeah, so that's a very easy Ganon fight ahead.
Also, I still don't know why Ben is skipping the big key chest in Turtle Rock. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Chexhuman coming up behind. Yeah, he stole the key to go down to Laser Bridge first, which seems kind of weird.
Yeah, there needs to be all the keys for Turtle, all the keys for one need to be accounted for before Laser Bridge, so you can't get locked out like that.
Yep.
Even though Delicious Player kinda say we just need the mirror to get there, that's not true for the logic. Checks, you're gonna hover. Looks like he at least wants to try it. Okay, so Ben wanted to apparently go straight back to the entrance. Doesn't make too much sense with for everything, especially since he's now back in light world. Even though it looks a bit weird, I promise you
Yeah.
it's the light world. You see, this is Heron, not GT. Also, Ben could have used the portal on top of Todd Rock for going back into the Dark World, which is a slight bit faster if you're already there.
Yeah, I'm still pretty confused about why Ben has been doing it this way.
Well, I don't know for the big chest, but for the big key chest, but he wanted to go back to the entrance to Chexhuman Cave. The big keys chest skip, I guess. Okay, I guess makes actually kind of sense because he couldn't go for the big chest at this point. And now he's keeping those chests skipped. I'm confused.
Yeah, some weird stuff.
And yeah, Chexhuman did enter from Laser Bridge, so he will be able to do the entire Third Rock clear backwards.
And Benteezy going for Pyramid, I guess. Don't see.
I have no clue.
Yeah,
Yes.
he would have just clipped down to Pod if he wanted to do that.
Yeah, probably Pot would have been a better play on itself at this point for now. And then just to not go out of your way or skip Pot entirely. Shaq's gonna show us what's on the big chest as well as on Mimic Cave. And here's Ben going for the back.
Yeah, clearing from,
In logic for him. Shax, you have tempered swords. That has a better hitbox. Please just use that. And shovel. Wasn't there a unique item behind the shovel?
Yes. So that's good to get. Of course, it could always be just a burner or something.
The third pendant is Palace of Darkness, I believe.
Yes, it was.
And Benteezy now on his way to find his mids. If he decides to keep it in the dark, which he might, it's not too hard to find the chest in the dark, he will have to wonder what the item is.
Yeah, he'll have to look at his menu and figure out what's different.
Yeah, because the green item palette will not show, and you might wonder, but the glove is yellow. For the game, they have some weird color palettes, and it's pretty much the green color palette because it's, I think, also used for the green rupees.
Yeah, we don't know where Ether is yet.
Yeah, I'd assume at this point either on the green pendant or Palace of Darkness or generally in that area. But we also still need the lamp for logic reasons, because otherwise the mids are not in logic, which both players by now have. And Ben not having magic, so just gonna do the fake powder.
Yeah, you can do fake powder with real powder just fine if you're out of magic.
Yeah, I see it sometimes used at the top of against Thor to powder the anti-fairy. If you, for some reason, used all your magic for the torches.
I've seen it also used in this tournament before for the the Bob's chest fairy, anti-fairy rather.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it less for that than for most other things, but that's a thing to do, I guess. And there's the last smoky. Okay, Shex, what are you doing? Okay, Shex is going to keep his Darkwood set here, which is interesting. He's just jumping down. He could have gone for a mirror jump there, but that's dumb. He has better ways to get back there, and he doesn't need to do. And
Oh,
okay, I have no clue.
yeah, it looked like he was going for the hookshot cave clip.
Which would have made sense for him to get back up there, then go out of the hookshot cave, and from there find his way to the main entrance of hookshot cave.
And nothing on Checkerboard Cave.
And we
Oh.
gonna see a bomber
Bomb
skip.
jump. Yeah. Nice.
And get it first try, even though the bomber did annoy him a bit. That bomb clip is part of the vanilla all dungeons route, which allows you to do all those glitches and a few more, but requires you to do all the dungeons, obviously. But that's a pretty nice speedrun to watch. And we're going to clip out here right now. And oh, okay, gonna check shovel. Checks, why did you go into Dark World?
Ooh.
Hey, lamp! And we did have the shovel found, and shovel should be in logic with all the items that we had.
Yes, that's good for logic considerations and also makes the dark rooms just a bit nicer.
Shovel was in Murray Cave, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, we have hookshot for the one love. I was just trying to figure out what the logic wanted from us, but we do have the hookshot in logic, so that's a weird way to get to bits. And of course, with mids now completely in logic, Smiths are in logic as well as Ice Palace.
And purple chest, although nobody likes that.
And Benteezy right now gonna show us that this game is well coded, doesn't track your global and local positions at the same time, or
Oh, that's
go back into
that's
or go back into Gitlin's and Ice Rod for Chexhuman. I'm sure he's completely fine with finding that.
That's definitely what you want to find at this point. At least it's not too much trouble to mirror wrap back to the bottom of Total Rock if that's necessary. Yeah, Benteezy got the mitts, and he looked at the menu, so I think he figured it out.
He may have figured it out. Mitts is one of those that you don't look at unless you know it. You have the powder and not the mushroom, the coins, and the mitts, and some shreds that use the color palette.
Yeah, I was just thinking from how he opened it and then closed it quickly after. I figured he at least thought he knew what he got. Otherwise, he would have looked at it for a bit longer, I think. And junk on purple chest as usual. And DZ's clearing out the gauntlet, and then we're going to see what the 4 items on the top of Ganon's tower are.
And yes, Ben knows about mitts. I just checked his tracker and it's lighting up there. So everything's good. And we do see Chex go for ice. No weird clips or anything. So yeah, we are right now Flippers and Isha Medallion away from Go mode. And we have no idea where they are.
And Chad is calling out Flipper's nice palace.
Hey, come Flippers and Ice and Isha at top of Gan's tower. Give both of them something.
Oh, that'd be fun.
We have like 4 different ways to get into Ice Palace without Flippers.
Yeah.
So we either screen wrap with Flip using without a mid, and we either use the Flippers to wrap in there, we either use Mirror to wrap in there, we either use the body to wrap in there, or just some general annoying clips and movement and the map transition thing. And hey, Godsword.
And yeah, I actually found a dumb one too recently that uses water lock, but I doubt that is going to see much use. And yeah, we just got a hint that Flippers are a nice palace. Be a nice palace.
Hey, sounds good. Flippers are not go mode. We still need the Medallion, and that might be as well be in the next chest.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah. So...
Oh, that was funny.
Chex, don't grab anything when you want to fall down. That's a bad idea. Similar to when you do cape and hold a wall, and that doesn't try new magic. If you want to fall down and grab a wall, that doesn't let you fall.
Oh, that's fun. DZ,
since Ben still needs to beat the rest of the quest dungeons, even though the Ganon hole is open, he can't go in there and beat Ganon. He can go in there and beat Ganon up to phase 4, but he won't go through phase 4 because he regenerates health every time he teleports. And it's kinda hard to do Ganon without him teleporting, and we wouldn't allow that finish.
Yeah. You gotta land quad silver. No big deal. Just hook up Taskbot.
Yeah, I'm sure Task can do it. Also, Task can do it serverless blindfolded, because why not? We have no idea where the Ether Medallion is. That Ether Medallion might be in Swamp, might be in Port. It can't be in Eastern because we already cleared out Eastern on items. Could be on Shrine X. We do have the Ice Rod. And really nice clear on Kotja there from Shex.
Yeah, that was very nice.
Quad Saver is actually possible for a human, but we do require people to get all the crystals for their finished account. Oh, hey, we know where the bugnet is. We need to get it.
Oh, yeah,
Now.
very important. We need it for those net dash strats in Aghanim.
Yeah. Also, we need fairy revival threads now that we have the pearl.
Yeah.
And Shax, after we just got in, looks like he's going to show us what's actually in there. Maybe.
First from Benteezy.
Flippers, yeah, we are still needing the Ether Medallion.
Just using those 17 hearts to eat all that damage and save his magic. Oh, and he gets it refilled.
Yeah, nice refill so you can just get out here without any issues.
Just using a quick spin speed off those stairs there to save a lot of magic on the way out.
And looks like he's going back into Ganon's tower. We'll find his gold sword up there. Looks like Ben did skip the back of Palace of Darkness, which still has some items. Ether might be over there, but it's not going to be on the Eastern Palace boss.
Nope. Running into that cannonball.
And using silver strats to being more optimal on having to hit every almost knight just once. It's always nice to see that. You could still go for a strat similar to the standard strat, but it's just slower since you have to do weird things to hit 7 the right timing, and Chex just equips a cape or something. It goes bad.
Check's getting abused pretty hard there in one of the last gauntlet rooms. Got a very nice Lamo 2 silvers to kill there.
And Ben gonna grab this flippers that he got and go to Ice Palace. Not Ice Palace, Storm Palace. Gonna find out if the Easy Medallion is in here.
6 items, so good chances.
Yeah, Bandit gets the flippers in Path of Darkness and bail it out. It's a decent gamble. If it pays out, he skipped some stuff, but at the same time, if it doesn't pay out, it's kind of out of the way. Also, Ben, you're still skipping a hint. Ben didn't get the Swamp Palace hint earlier or anything.
Oh, and there's that armor we got that hint for way back.
Yeah, nice.
So that's, I think at this point, Chex might end up getting Red Mail, Butter Sword, and Mirror Shield. Oh yeah, and he's got 19 hearts.
Yeah, and I don't think he had any hard pieces that he could skip, other than the one at race game which he got.
Yeah, the race game one was pretty much free because he was going from above. Oh, just barely missing the double.
Yeah, some Mega Nim parents are just horrible for getting multi-hits in.
Oh, these last two have been pretty generous though.
Like, well, recently, I think that those two didn't hit together, only one of them.
Yeah, I think they hit together, so it only registered one. Yeah, but it went down quick enough. And I think Benteezy didn't do the Swamp Palace left side, so he's going to do the back first and hope that has what he needs. Which isn't unreasonable.
Well, yeah, makes pretty much more sense since the back of Swamp has a lot of items. And much more items than the other side of Swamp.
A lot of hearts on both runners. And Chuck's heading into pod and going to be getting his flippers. And we'll possibly see what's in other parts of pod as well if he chooses to continue.
Yeah, he also might go there earlier than most of the stuff. Or was pod locked?
I forget. We'll see now.
And Ben gonna go for the zero cycle strat for Argus. Didn't got the zero cycle out of it, but it's hard.
That was not low locked.
Yeah, so he might go for back first and come for the right side afterwards. Looks like he's gonna go for the drop chest and then for the bullock side.
And Benteezy skipping those left side items. Chad is having a conniption over this.
And nice ferry, Ben. I'm sure you want that.
Oh, that's nice.
Really?
Getting spin speed there.
Yeah, if you can get that quick, it's a really nice threat. And yes, Craig, wrong medallion.
Not even
Chex,
going to pick it up.
And Chex, are you going back? Are you going further? Looks like Chex is going further, so we will see more items.
Yeah, if Ether is back here in Pod or in the left side of Swamp Palace, these are going to pay off very poorly for Benteezy.
Yeah. And looks like where's Ben heading now? Stumpy? No. I have actually no clue. Again.
Yeah.
Oh, Smith.
Yeah.
Smith makes sense. Okay.
Oh yeah, he hasn't done them yet.
And we got the book here in Page of Darkness.
Boomerang.
We already know one of the pedestals has a single arrow, which is a unique item. We don't know if the other one has another unique item. Checks so far. Checks has trainings and some Overworld checks afterwards left, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, as well as, of course, back off Skywatch, which he did. He did Skywatch without the fire rod.
Yeah, not a whole lot of places left.
Well, we still have the pedestal, of course.
Can we get a maybe Ether on Ether? That'd be fun.
Yeah, but it's fun. And we do know that Benteezy won't get anything useful out of this purple chest.
Yeah. Although it is interesting to see that you can use the hook shot to go around a bit faster with it. Haven't seen that before.
Yeah. So you can do the same also with a damage boost, but damage boost is of course a lot harder. But in the moment that the chest catches up to you, you can start a dash and the chest won't stop. Is Ben now going for ice or the raw?
Looks like ice. Seeing some very peculiar routing this seed.
Yeah, this game right now isn't the most nice, and we'll see if Shaq's gonna check the left side in Swamp, which is like one of the few things that are left for boost players.
Yep.
Ice Palace, we already saw that on Chex's side and nothing. Other than the hint that flippers are somewhere
Yeah,
in pod
flippers
mixing.
and pod.
And Chix showing off that you don't need to be fully aligned with those water grab things. You just need to be close enough to grab them
Yeah,
and then teleport right next to them, which is always funny to see.
yeah, it works for the one at the end of Escape too.
Okay, nice.
Indeed.
Yeah, Gwen could have actually maybe needed that.
Yeah,
We don't know if the tablets have something, but maybe.
we know one of them is junk because we got a hint it's a single arrow, but the other one's a mystery.
And there's Shax now with a purple hat.
And chat wants Ether on Ped. They're a bunch of sadists.
Of course, Chat wants Ether on Pet. What else do they want? I'm right next to them, by the way.
Oh, be interesting.
To be honest, if Ether ends up on pedestal, Ben is slightly in the lead on that.
Yeah,
If Ether ends up anywhere else, Chexhuman has slightly lead on that.
especially if it's on Swamp left side.
Well, okay, Swamp left side might be a different story if he decides to not check it yet.
Checking the back first isn't too weird. The question is if he's going to check the left side at all, which he hopefully will. Going for these much easier chests in the back first. Though of course we know they don't have what he needs at this point. And Benteezy getting another one of those hints for things you already have.
Yeah, it's kind of a transit seed. Either seed's gonna tell you something that you will definitely not need, or tell you something you already have.
And now both players are fully decked out in red mail, mirror shield, and golden sword.
Yeah, cowards.
Yeah,
Every safety needed, even the powder.
all 4 bottles, silvers. 19
Yeah, okay, they don't
or-
have the Bagnet yet, which we know is at Pyramid Ferry.
got 19 and 18 hearts respectively. And Teasy only on 18 because he didn't steal the race game one.
Okay, Shex, will you come back for the left side? And
Yes,
he
he
goes
is.
back.
Our curiosity shall be sated.
So, if it's here on the left side, that's pretty much GG for Shex.
If this doesn't pan out, I figure we're going to be seeing those tablet checks sooner than later. Because he's right next to Bombos, and then of course Ether is just a screen wrap away from a safe and quit point.
Yeah. It's pretty on the way if you are using glitches to get to them instead of using intended solutions. And Benteezy now finally checking a Sphere 1 location being corrupt.
He is going to be very disappointed though.
I think he's probably more happy at this point because skipping something like Zora for 1.5 hours, if it ends up being something, you're feeling so bad about it.
Yeah. That's a good point. And Swamp Palace left side. 300 rupees
and we don't know what the other thing is.
just bombs.
Bombs, yeah. Yeah, so tablets next, I guess.
Yeah, the race continues.
And after the next tablet, we have Palace of Darkness, Helmasaur left, Turtle Rock, Trinex left, and Pedestal left. Also, check, since you were already in the Dark World, you could have just used the intended threat for this one.
Yeah.
Would have saved you one clip. Hey! Well, we know what's on boost tablets now.
Yeah, Ether is a single arrow. So, Ether on Ped, it's getting very likely at this point.
Yeah, we kind of have the pendant bosses left. I would assume that Shaq's gonna go do Trinex, afterwards Place of Darkness, Helma, and if it's not there, goes for Skullwards into Petlipoil. And yeah, the only thing that we really still need is Ether. Everything else gotten.
And thankfully, it's a lot easier to get back to Trinex when you can do glitches.
And boost players at the same time deciding to go for it. Checks used a slightly unnormal way to get there, to do this special wrap, but it works, so it's fine.
And he's got so many keys left over because he cleared from bottom to top, and a lot of those doors just don't have locks on the other side.
Yeah, you only need 2 small keys. And Ben, if you screw up and transition, just do the same thing as you would do if you got it and you are safe.
Yeah.
Just don't rush it.
And he's doing the quick kill from behind. Very nice. Is that the zero cycle?
Yep. And yes.
Very nice.
And gets.
That was a very good Trinex. Yep. Head hype increases.
Yep. We have Helmasaur left, and then we are at Pet. Of course, for Shax, it's Mothra 2. Shax?
Having that hint.
Okay. I thought you got it? Oh no, he did come from the back, right?
And he's going to do Zora DMD into clip 2. Oh no, he's going straight to Skull Woods with a map wrap.
Okay. Also, Shex, you can also just keep pressing right. You don't need to press left to jump out of the water. The transition will be fine. Yeah, I would guess that Shaq's gonna check pedestal after School Woods, but at the same time, it's not really worth it if you ask me. Since he's gonna do Hammer Saw afterwards anyway because it's the last thing.
Yeah.
And if it's not a hammer, it's on pad. There is not much other things left.
So now let's see if Benteezy goes for. Yeah, he already did Skull Woods, so you guys can go straight for Helmasaur.
Yeah. Would be interesting if he goes there now directly from Stuck Rock, which is possible. He already has the thing open, so everything's good. And there he goes. This clip gets him straight to Catfish area, and from Catfish area we do have another clip. Just don't go for spin speeds, yeah. Okay, he gets it. It's a bad idea to go there for spin speed. It's just a bad idea.
And it looks like he's not doing the clip down.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I guess
much slower.
I guess Shaq's gonna check the green pendant while he's on his way to Helmasaur.
Yeah, he's just going all the way through instead of just doing the pod clip. Single green rupee.
And yeah, at this point, Ben is slightly ahead of Shax.
I'm not sure because Benteezy has to check all these other checks in
Yeah, okay.
pod.
Yeah, okay, that makes them kind of even. But yeah, if he would go for Helmasaur right now, that would be good for him, but he won't, probably.
Yeah, it's gonna clear out the rest of it. And Chex looks like is going for the Kiki Overworld Glitches Kiki skip, even though it's
Yeah,
not quite
he
the Kiki
doesn't
skip
need
because
to. Yeah, he's just gonna use the portal after doing Eastern Clip for the map rep state, similar to Hera and Pyramid Fairy thing combined.
doesn't need as precise positioning as the Kiki skip does, thankfully.
Yeah, the Kiki Skip variant needs to be literally like 3 pixels, and that's it. And Ben is going for Hammer.
Yeah.
If the East is straight up on Hammer, he's ahead.
And
If it's
Chex
not, he's gonna check more on the. If it's not, he's probably gonna check the back side.
and Chex isn't too far behind, so this is still a very close race.
And People say he will lose time in Darkroom, which is kinda true. At the same time, he has Gold Sword and Fire Rod, meaning that it won't
Yeah.
lose too much time. Lab is of course still faster, but it's pretty fine.
Yeah, Benteezy has been making gambles with skipping chests and pod and Swamp Palace, and thankfully they've been paying off already.
Yeah, he probably thinks right now, if Ether's in the back, he already lost.
Yeah.
Since he was here when the flippers got the flippers and headed out, and it's not here. Take the pen and go straight to ped. Please, Ben. That's your chance.
Ped hype is fully on.
Yep, it's 100% on ped. And
He's
saved
going.
the ped. He's
Yep.
going there. He is going there. That's good.
Yeah, the race is on, and Ben has a slight lead here.
Oh yeah, a very slight lead, but it's a lead. Hell is still making everything even. Shex definitely had the heads up until just now, but yeah. Ben skipping some chests and going straight for pet here right now, extreme big plays, and it's going to pay off.
Yes.
And
Blind.
here,
He knows what it is. And there it is.
yeah, at 1 hour 46 and 55 seconds, Ben has the item over the head.
Finally go mode. And of course, go mode Misery Mire is just like a completely random how good it is.
And perfectly 20 seconds behind, Chexhuman has his Ether over his head. And right now, Ben is losing time compared to Shex. And Shex wasting time. Okay, Ben's fine.
Trying to do a fancy clip there.
Yeah, that clip is just slower. If you do a clip, do it straight from below Link's house. Also, Shex, please, bomber skip. You showed that you can do it.
Yeah. Going for the spin speed clip there. Having a bit of trouble with it. And that's actually a lot easier with hook shot because you can hold your sword out to keep yourself straight.
And at 27, Ben enters Maya. Pretty good Maya Tuesday, and Shex enters Maya at 54, so he lost 7 seconds getting into the Dark World, which... Shex, what were you doing?
Yeah.
And there's a big key. And a small key right next to it, so... This Maya is saying, no, don't gamble anything, go.
Yep. Very good Mire for go mode.
And Ben now will have to do some dark rooms. I hope he practices them, because this might be a big difference if you don't know them. And he knows. He practiced. He knows his dark rooms. He's getting through. And Chex, knowing it's a race, Chex did skip that anti-parry, so he's low on hearts. And
Setting
I love this. I love this from Chex, even though he set up a bit late for to save all the time.
Spooky.
Yeah, and gets the dash set up there, so he will be able to get it to do it. It won't save too much time for this, since he doesn't have the free setup and has to waste some time, but it's working.
Oh, nice. Oh, first try on both. Very nice.
Yep.
That helps him catch up a bit.
And we got ourselves a silver fight for Vitreous. Some small problems on Ben's side. Getting hit. And Ben is through the fight. It's a flute.
Flute and Mario.
And yeah, Chris the grab was at 7, 51-7, and 13 for Shax. So we are 6 seconds apart.
Execution helped Chex a lot there, especially that spooky. So this is a very tight race.
Yeah, and who's gonna probably take the NMG route? Straight gets the Darkwood portal down here and use that to get to the pyramid.
Yep, standard Overworld glitches stuff.
Yeah, and Shax bonking that might have decided to race. Like, things like that might decide the race. So this is how close we are.
They're completely evenly geared and very close together, so.
Well, let's not say evenly geared. Shax has the burner.
Alright.
That might decide everything, having burner or not.
Well,
Using it would lag the screen enough to lose.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, I was wondering why they'd use burner, but yeah. Because it would be very bad.
And one cycle. And one cycle. And
Oh, nice dash strats from Chex. Oh, Benteezy getting a little squishy.
yeah, he should be fine. Unless he really messes up, this phase should be free. And phase 4 he should not attack at all.
They do have fairies, so in the worst case they'll still live, but it will be a time loss, of course. No, very nice.
Slightly bad because that position. Ooh,
Oh!
and there we go.
Yeah. Get out your GGs. Oh my god, that was so close.
Oh yes. And with official SRL times, Ben finishes with a time of 1 hour 53:53 and Chex finishes with a time of 1:53:56. GG's.
GG to both of them. That was a hell of an ending.
And there are things in the tournament. I must quickly check the document for the exact timing. I think it's at 2 seconds.
Oh, we've got Benteezy in here.
Hello.
So you like that head pull?
No, no, I didn't.
Well, it made for a good show for the audience at least. They were, of course, hoping for either on Ped, and they got their wish. And then they got a really tight ending.
Yeah, that pet pull kinda made you win, or kinda made you tie, since this tournament has a 3-second tie rule.
Oh my god, we tied because I choked on Vitreous. I'm so sad.
Hey, by the way, you kinda got some free time from Chex because he decided to do some clips and wasted like 7 seconds on the way to Maya.
Well, I mean, I failed the mirror rep into TR once to go for Trinex.
Yeah.
And I thought I was so far behind. I was like, there's the only way Chex is not done is if this is a pedestal seed. So I just went straight for the bosses.
Yeah,
And I went like I skipped pod and I skipped left side swamp. Because there's no point in double dipping those things. Like if I double dip them and he did them the first time, I lose anyways. So
yeah, that was that was definitely the call that I thought you would make at that point. Since
but when I got the ether, I was like, oh crap, now I can win. So my heart started just racing.
Yeah,
and I just kept messing everything up.
Yeah.
I was like, please just be like rupees or something so I can just forfeit. And at least the stream got the ped pull and it's over. But oh my god.
No, I don't have heart
Oh my
attack,
god,
please.
so me and Chex,
Yeah.
I don't even know, do we have time to play that? When is
this
When is our-
Sunday would technically be cut off, but with that I guess. Well, if
we'll see after the race on Sunday, because if he beats me on Sunday, then he wins anyway. So we don't have to set up another race. So,
also,
oh my gosh.
Someone in chat also said retime. I will look into it. If we are maybe in actual time over the 3 seconds, which would make it probably easier for you too. Also, we are joined by Chex.
Yeah.
GG.
I use the SRL integration and on live split, and my live split timer says 153.52.
Yeah.
And then the SRL didn't stop for another like second and a half. But I don't care if it's a tie or not. It's up to you guys what you guys want to do.
Yeah. I will just go ahead and do a retime of the watch, but I would probably say you got it because we are just really on the verge of 3 seconds, but I can't say anything in that direction.
Yeah, yo, what's up, Chex? GG's, dude.
GG. That was a ride.
So I bailed on pod when I found the flippers the first time. So my second time in there, I just skipped the whole dungeon and went straight to Helmasaur into the pedestal.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, I'm so far behind. If it's in here, like he just wins. So I don't care. I'm just going to the pedestal.
Yeah. Back of Port did had the book and
where the hell was the lamp?
Digging spot.
Oh, where was the shovel?
Mimic Cave.
So when I clipped down to Catfish after doing Turtle Rock, I was like, oh fuck, I forgot Mimic Cave. And then
you forgot the big chest, big key chest.
No, the big chest couldn't have an item. There was a key and a key and a compass missing.
There's
a key and a compass missing.
Trinex, right?
That's why I didn't go back. There was 300 rupees on Trinex.
Oh, okay.
Trinex had the last item.
But you didn't know
I
that
would have gone back for the
skipped
big chest if it was there. If it was there. Yeah, no, I skipped it on purpose because
because you wanted to mirror out after the hook shot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but you should probably still have gone for it, just because you were pretty close to it.
I knew there was still a possibility of it being a key or a dungeon item, and after I finished Laser Bridge, I was missing 1 key, 1 dungeon item, and 1 item, and I still had Trinex left. So I was like, I'll just come back when I have the Ice Rod. Because even if it's not on Trinex, since I opened the front of Turtle Rock and it puts me at the door, I can just walk to the big chest. Like I can just clip to the big chest and then do it backwards. So it takes like 10 seconds if it's not on Trinex. That's why I was like, Okay, I'll just do it this way. Because even if it's the worst case scenario, like I can just check it right after doing the boss.
And okay, we looks like Futon did a quick retime based on the timers you start and finished on your wards, and looks to be exactly 3 seconds, so would be a tie.
Alright, sounds good. Beat me on Sunday, check, so we don't have to do this again.
Oh my god. This is insane.
You know, just wait for 5 minutes in the Ganon room before the Triforce to let Chex catch up.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. If he's not done and I killed Ganon, I'm just gonna walk off the ledge.
Okay. But yeah, definitely a really high praise.
Yeah, one it was really interesting seeing you run out of checks more and more, and it was like more and more likely to get ped, and that balanced things out. Because if it wasn't on ped, if it was like on swamp left side, it would have gone really hard in Chex's favor.
I was so mad when I
Yeah.
found Quake. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's say Chex had that one found a lot earlier.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't find a good time to go over there. It's a lot harder in overworld glitches because you're less likely to get the flute. That was a funny flute location too.
Classic overworld glitched.
Yeah, I thought the lamp was like in pod somewhere, like in the 4 turtle chest or something, because I couldn't figure out like where the heck it could be. I forgot about Mimic Cave because I always
That
count
one-
Mimic Cave as like part of Turtle Rock as far as item counts go. So
Yeah, as long as you have mirror, that makes sense. And if it's not mirror, it's part of Lightwaters Mountain. If you already checked out Zora earlier, just go for it once and then say the clip is dumb and not do it next time.
Yeah, but that was a crazy scene. That was the only scene I could have ever like even slightly made a comeback on. Was to those type of games. I skipped so much time-consuming things, and then had to go back anyway. I was so mad when I full cleared GT and then found the bow 5 seconds later. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, thanks. I could have used that 5 seconds ago when I was in GT.
Oh yeah.
But by the way, how did you guys like the bullets?
A lot of bottles.
Oh.
Yeah, all bullets were pretty much locked behind the hookshot.
I was just happy that I had the hammer for the Batcave. That's the only thing I was happy about this race.
Yeah.
So for those people that didn't see yesterday's race, it was Titan Mitts at Batcave, I think, and I failed that clip like 6 times.
Yeah.
And then quit and went somewhere else, and then Chex finished, and I didn't even have my go mode yet, and I was like, oh, it must have been Batcave.
Yeah, it's one of those clips that you should probably practice, but at the same time, you probably will have hammer 90% of the time at that point, so.
My problem with
not.
learning overworld glitches is that when I do them wrong, I don't know what I did wrong. That's my problem. So I don't know, like, so I did it after our race. I practiced it a few times, and like I got it every time. And like just from like eyeballing it, I think I was going too high when I was in the race. And then,
Yeah, you can line up with the top of the fence there.
yeah, I was trying to like use this image in Futon's dock to like kind of like parse it, but the screenshots are like not as sharp as emulator quality. So it's like the edge, the pixels are like more rounded, and I couldn't really tell like what was what. And I was just like, whatever, I give up. But I got it now. I was ready to do it. I was gonna do it just for fun, but I was like, no, let me not waste time.
So yeah, I guess I guess after this seat we may still. You guys probably have something last to say.
How many checks did you have, Checks?
I'm sorry?
What was your collection?
187.
I had 171.
Yeah.
That's the only chance I had. Wait, what else did I miss? How many of those? How many chests are in pod? It's 3, 4,
you-
5, 6, 7. 7 in
you
pod.
skipped back
2
of
and left
a
slice.
pod, a swamp.
10. Oh, you probably skipped. You
And,
probably checked the bridge in Mire. If I had to guess,
Yes.
because most
Swamp
people go there
Pod,
first.
TR,
Oh, 2 and
Mimic
TR.
Cave, Flute,
Mire.
Spot.
Mimic
some
Cave.
Overworld locations probably
It's
as well. Shex did do Spike Cave. I think you skipped that.
No, I did Spike Cave. I did everything
okay.
that was in logic that I didn't initially gamble.
Oh man.
So like if I gambled it, I didn't go back for it. That's the way I played it.
Did you last location Moon Pearl?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Most
both
of you
did.
did.
That was funny.
And it was like 20
Did I
seconds
have
difference
something else?
between you guys finds Pearl.
No, I
there
had
was
Zora.
nothing
I
left.
had Zora still.
Oh yeah, Zora for you, but that's it.
Yeah.
And
Because I didn't have the rupees when I went there the first time. I feel like I had something else. I feel like I had planned to go somewhere else, but I don't remember.
At least as
Oh,
far
I
as
didn't-
we know, there was nothing left.
I didn't check
And of course,
checkerboard
Darkroom.
the first time around.
Well, you couldn't.
Not checkerboard. K45. Sorry.
Okay, 45. Oh,
Because I went
okay,
straight to desert from race game.
yeah.
So I didn't clip back up
you-
to K45. So that's where I was going after.
Usually, if you do that route, you go for K45 before Agina and then finish up in Agina. But yeah, GG's to the both of you. That was an awesome
Thank you.
race.
Yeah.
GG. And thanks for commentating.
See you Sunday, checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you then.
And with these racers finishing up, let's quickly check on the schedule what we have left. After this race at 3:30, you have some Star Wars difficult run a racer. It's a tournament. That's pretty nice. And if you can't wait for it, on Speed Gaming 2, we just started one of those. On Speed Gaming 3, we got the daily. Just started about an hour ago, so we may still have some stuff to go. And if you can either speak German or French, we got the German Link to the Past Randomizer tournament going on, having a restream in German and Speed Gaming and France, Speed Gaming German, Speed Gaming Deutsch and Speed Gaming Français. And then we later on Speed Gaming 4 got Kirby Nightmare Dreamland, and on Speed Gaming Portuguese at 4:30 p.m. Super Mario World Randomizer. So if you want to watch any of that, go ahead and just check it out. And I feel Mike K was joined by Shiko, and tracking. Today we had something special. Samimas did the most, and Link from this world did jump in later on to help out and give both of them a big laugh, because without them we would just lie that we know what we talk about. They just show us what we talk about.
It would be a lot more annoying for everybody without trackers to help out. So big shout out to them. And I hope everybody enjoyed this.